Yeah, you need an initial hole. I don't care if my pants get wet. Where's the lid?
Welcome in to Keep It About Ball, bitch.
Just a splash.
Shitbag lizard people.
Bro's QB2 is Aiden O'Connell.
Fuck Sean Payton.
Actually, when you add up the pick value, when you crunch numbers, who the fuck's Jennifer?
And welcome in to Keep It About Ball. I am Zach here for a live best ball draft. This one is for the sickos out there. Just like us, already craving some more fantasy football action, we're gonna do these drafts once a month, maybe twice a month after the draft, free agency, and camps get going. We're gonna play all these drafts out and use it to track off season value, who falls off, who steams up, who stays about the same value. We're gonna begin that process of finding out right here. We are live from Reed's tonight. Reed, how are you?
I'm wonderful. How are you guys doing?
I am pretty good.
Can't complain for the draft.
Yeah,
Get
absolutely. Okay, so we are drafting PPR, Super Flex, 2 receiver, 2 flex, no tight end premium, no kicker, no defense, 5 bench spots. This will probably be the format going all the way forward. We are about a minute away from starting. So while we do that, Brady, are you excited to go run the table at fantasy trivia, music trivia at the bar again? Not tomorrow night, but this coming Friday.
Yeah, I mean, Phil and Kevin plan to run the damn table again, and I expect a lot more shit talking too.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, we're pretty insufferable, but I think we can do better.
Yeah, I think we can do a lot better.
Yeah. So
And we can get a third name in there with
sure
Reed.
wouldn't hurt. So
It absolutely would.
yeah,
Yeah, Phil and Kevin.
Yeah.
yeah.
I think when I sign in, I'll be Billy.
All right. Sounds good. All right. Well, we are going to go ahead and start the draft.
Phil Will's up, right?
Yep.
All right, here we go.
And the guy in at least the second spot is there, so it looks like most of these people are pretty active. One person auto-drafted wouldn't be the worst thing in the world because it would give us chances to catch up on stuff and whatever, but hopefully we can just go through.
I think he takes a receiver here.
Man, I don't know.
So to be honest, I've never drafted best ball. So what's kind of the strat? I know you did a couple last year.
You just want the highest upside.
Okay.
Highest upside. Because
So pretty
whoever
much whoever's
scores the most
scoring the
points on your
points.
team that week is going to be who's in your lineup. It's going to automatically
Okay.
set your lineup with whoever scores the most
Dear
points.
Gibbs 101.
That's not a bad pick. Bijan, that's who
That's probably who I would have taken.
That's who I would have definitely taken as of right now. Just Tyler Algier's going away. They've got so many other holes. I don't know if they're going to spend money on running back or draft, a running back that's going to challenge for playing time. They might draft a day 3 guy or something.
He's also a good receiver too.
Yeah, so I think Bijan's a good pick, but not that Jameer's a bad pick.
Right.
But I think Bijan
Pretty solid.
this early on would be my 101. That can still change maybe. It is the Falcons. They might go do something dumb and draft a running back in the second round or pay. They might go get Reed's guy, Kenny Gainwell.
Thank God they don't have a first round pick. They'd probably take Jeremiah Love.
Okay, well, it seems like this guy picking 3 is not here, so he will be our auto picker. Hopefully we don't have any more of those. 1 should be enough for what we're doing. Okay, let's see who the auto pick will be. Jamar Chase.
Yeah.
Okay. And the app set him to auto too, so that shouldn't take too much time out of the way. Cool. Puka off the board, number 4. We have Iron Curtain and Iron Nut Scotty picking back to back here. I don't know if you noticed that. That's
Yeah, I
pretty
did.
fun.
I was like, oh wait, who's reading?
Well, Reed, I guess Reed, you're on the clock. Talk us through this pick. What are you thinking here?
My boy.
Okay, of
Iconic.
course.
Iconic.
We should have known. JSN.
Yeah.
Okay, so the first few picks, Jahmyr Gibbs, Bijan Robinson, Jamar Chase, Puka Nacua, and Brady, you were on the clock. What are you looking at here?
There's a lot of options here. Man, Jefferson's my boy. I just don't know. I think he's gonna have a bounce back year next year. I don't think even though he had 1,000 yards, but fuck, a lot of time. Not a lot of time.
Good, you still got 25 seconds. St. Brown's right there. I mean, you can't really go wrong with him.
Yeah.
CD Lamb
I don't know
wouldn't be
if-
a bad pick.
I don't know
That's
if you
not
guys
bad.
noticed, but there are rookies in this draft.
Yes, there are.
I think KSC is gonna be coaching for his job.
Achan.
I can't not. I think he's gonna have a better year this year.
Okay.
I do. I don't think there's no way he's only gonna hit 1,000 yards. And I don't know if JJ's gonna be that quarterback. I think they might go and trade for one or sign one. That's shit. If Nick Mullins can get you 200 yards in a fucking game, you know, get you a capable quarterback and they can actually throw the ball to him. I'm sorry.
I'm honestly kind of surprised you went Jefferson there with the Monroe still on the board.
Yeah, Josh
Yeah,
Allen
Josh
going
Allen.
here in the first round at 107. That's interesting.
Yeah, because typically in
Quarterback
best
in
ball,
first
quarterbacks don't go in best ball first round, right? It's
I
from
don't-
the top skill position, then quarterbacks start going.
I don't
I
particularly.
would think so, just because there's so many quarterbacks. If you're just going like for whoever's going to start, you could draft 2 quarterbacks later and then just kind of go with that. But then again, I guess if you just don't want to waste a roster spot, you could take him. But in his defense, he's probably looking at the ADP, and for some reason, the ADP right now is like Josh Allen's at the top. Then it's Drake May, Joe Burrow, Jaden Daniels, Lamar Jackson.
Josh Allen's a freak.
And these guys are all ahead of like these skill position guys that have already been going. So
I could justify Josh Allen, I think.
I almost wonder if this ADP right here is reflective of Dynasty because that's who's drafting right now, maybe, and that's why ADP looks the way it does.
It looks pretty.
Drake May.
The points are a little skewed, but it looks pretty as an auto pick.
Well, it was an auto pick, yeah. I don't know how good the state is going to be.
Yeah.
Okay, well that's fine. No, but we're gonna have some ideas. We'll be able to tell who were auto picks and who weren't. Just get some
So
ideas.
far, it looks like we have 8 of 12 people that are actually in here.
Yeah, Loken does not seem to actually be
Or
here.
Dogma.
Yeah, whoever the next
See
one
who
is.
pops in.
So that sucks, but at least it's automatically setting them to auto pick, and it'll just
Wasting time.
yeah, we won't waste a lot of time with it going forward. So, and that'll mix in a little bit of current ADP in there too. Maybe give it a little bit of that value. Maybe make even a little more accurate than it would have been. So.
Sure.
Yeah, nobody reaching on a player that typically wouldn't go there somewhat.
I'm just looking at the running back. Just right now, Jeremiah Love ahead of the rest of the running backs. Is that crazy to you?
Yeah. Because
I
he hasn't
feel
played
like
a
it's
single
nuts
snap.
with H.N., G.T.
Yeah, you don't even know where he's going yet.
Yeah. Like,
That's why.
Get drafted by the fucking, I don't know, pick your fucking dumpster fire organization and just, look at G.T. last year, dude. He didn't do really that great.
Yeah.
I'm not going to try to shit on the guy because
Absolutely.
he had one of the worst lines, but...
Well, I guess while we're filibustering here a little bit, that reminds me. This conversation reminds me of talking. One of these auto draft guys just popped on. The guy in the 3-spot, Braylon. So that's cool.
Oh, yeah, okay.
And his auto pick was reasonable. It's Jamar Chase. It wasn't one of these quarterbacks.
Yeah.
So at least we might get some good stuff from him. But it was on Heath Cummings' show, Fantasy Football Dynasty. Someone had asked the question on there. They were talking about they think you should draft as soon as the NFL draft ends, and they were asking like, why don't you even draft maybe like before the NFL draft? And it's like you don't know where these guys are going, and why would you want to draft right now? They were asking,
Yeah, situation matters. It's
why
huge.
would you want to do your startup draft with rookies now?
Yeah.
So they're asking if they should include rookies or wait and do a rookie draft for later. I guess that's like a hot topic. I guess he gets a lot of questions like that, and a lot of people do drafts like. Not for fun drafts like this, like they do like serious startup, like you're doing a dynasty startup draft right now. Does it include rookies?
No.
Okay.
So what they're doing, and it's the first I've ever heard, because any other time I've done that, it's just flip the draft order for the rookie draft. Well, in this one, if you take a kicker, first kicker's 101, second kicker's 102, and you could take 3 kickers in a row if nobody else has, and you get the 3 picks in a row. There's nobody jumping you. It's not like a first, a second, and a third round.
What you thinking here?
I kind of like H.N. here, but with the coaching change, I don't know. I
That's
don't know if
what
he's going to
kinda
get
scared me
used.
away
I don't know
a
if he's going to
little
get used the same, the way Mike McDaniel did.
Injuries, too, kind of
Yeah.
me, too.
And I don't feel okay going Genty or Jonathan Taylor. Or I guess James Cook, even it's 112. I guess it's not like it's a high in one spot. But CeeDee Lamb still right here. That's kind of what I'm thinking. That's my guy. And I mean,
You can't go wrong with CD.
you really can't. Mr. Reliable. I know I'm going to get some form of wide receiver or wide receiver 1 production. And I guess I do have the back-to-back here. So Thinking upside.
Don't screw it up.
You know, I'm not a big fan of these running backs here right now. So I think I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to go George Pickens. And then that way, since it is upside, I'm getting whoever scores the most points out of that receiving group, which I think is going to be a lot next year.
There's a lot of players that just went off right after you.
Yeah, a lot of auto picks.
Yeah, Jackson Dart, Jalen Hurts, Achane, Lamar Jackson following your picks.
So let's run through the first round real quick. The first round again was Gibbs, Bijan, Chase, Puka, JSN, Jefferson, Josh Allen, Drake May, Joe Burrow, Malik Neighbors, St. Brown. I drafted CeeDee Lamb, George Pickens, then Jackson Dart, Jalen Hurts, Devon Achane, Lamar Jackson, Christian McCaffrey off the board. A lot of running backs. You said redraft when Lucas asked what value we were drafting, right? All these quarterbacks going off the board. That's crazy. Yeah, okay, so Devon Achane does go off the board soon after. Jackson Dart right there.
That's silly.
That's insane. That's crazy. But maybe he knows something we don't. And I guess he saw those first three quarterbacks go and was like, well, I guess I better go get my guy. And I guess he's kind of right, because then Jalen Hurts goes, then Lamar Jackson.
Yeah.
So the quarterback's going off the board early, and, I don't actually hate that. I think it'll make the draft interesting, and it's going to, make it different. So there goes Jonathan Taylor after Christian McCaffrey at the 2-7. Okay, Reed, you're on the board at the 2-8.
Reed gave me the finger
you were
after
the
taking
2-7.
Jonathan Taylor. Yeah.
Yeah. Some
I
people
was
aren't very cash money. you know?
I didn't like the tier receivers I was looking at coming up there, and I'm like, well,
Yeah,
I like
that's
the running
right.
backs more. And it was between him and James Cook, and then I was even having this conversation with Reed yesterday. I was like, man, you know what really concerns me about James Cook? He's Dalvin's brother. You know what happened to Dalvin? He just fell off a cliff.
Dalvin had big injuries. I look at it that way.
Yeah, but he had the best years of his career after
James
his
has had an injury too, hasn't he?
Nothing major.
Nothing major.
Yeah, but even after Dalvin's first and only really major injury, he had the best seasons of his career. Like,
I don't mind Ashton Genty. He had... But I'm so excited about a Mike McDaniels offense, dude.
That's
I really
fair.
like Amari
Yeah,
Hampton
that's
and what he
fair.
might do.
I think that's a good
And they're
call.
going to get their all-pro tackles back. And if they happen to, the rumors are they're going after Tyler Lindenbaum, they get him.
Yeah,
oh,
I've heard that
fucking
too.
look
I've
out,
heard that
dude.
too, yeah.
I
he
am
actually didn't have a very good year
excited.
last year, from what I see.
Maybe a new system will help him. Maybe a new system and being around other elite talent.
I think he was like the
Help him bounce
second
back a little
worst
bit.
center as far as giving up pressure, as far as his percentages.
Maybe he just didn't want to be there.
He's coming from the
Everything
Ravens, right?
everything I heard hasn't
I
been very
wouldn't
good.
like that if he didn't want to be there and just didn't want to give a shit.
He's coming from the Ravens, though, right?
Yeah.
He wants to
but-
be in Baltimore.
But that's playing with Lamar, who scrambles. That's
He doesn't really scramble that much anymore.
yeah, as much, but still playing with any kind of running quarterback. Those numbers are going to
Yeah,
go
but there's
up.
also numbers we're also factoring in, like after 2.5 seconds, then it's on the quarterback.
Okay.
They also factor in these numbers too. About after a certain plays broke down, then it's on the quarterback. Advanced metrics.
Statistics. It's ruining the game. I don't like it.
Yeah, the data suggests that you want to block for at least 3 seconds.
Okay, so Reed took Omari and Hampton there at the 2-8. That's why we were talking about him. After that, Drake London goes off the board. Jaden Daniels goes off the board. James Cook at the 2-11. And now Phil Willis on the clock with his back-to-back picks. And I think we're down to just 2 auto pickers. So, yeah, so mostly going to be fairly accurate. And I think Dogma picked that quarterback. He got on for a minute, I think, didn't he?
I don't.
Maybe not. Maybe I'm thinking of a different
I
guy.
think he's been auto picked the whole time.
Maybe, yeah, maybe I'm sure. Okay, yeah, and I can tell you this Justin team is definitely auto drafting. He has drafted Drake May and Lamar Jackson so far.
Oh boy.
I can't wait till we can get a little better stream setup going up, and we can share the draft board
Yeah.
while we're streaming, so it would make it a little easier for any listeners. But yeah, so they can see these teams as we go, because that's gonna. Honestly, I'm not even mad, because that's just gonna be a fun team to watch and see how it pans out. And in a free league,
Yeah.
fuck it, let's have some fun with it, see how it goes.
This will be interesting.
And then it'll
You
probably be
think
the team that wins. There goes Trey McBride,
I
3-1.
was considering him
Not
on
that he
the
was going to
draft
make it
round,
to.
Phil Will doubled up. Yeah, for sure. Phil Will doubled up with Nico and then Trey McBride. So through his first 3 picks, he has got Jahmyr Gibbs, Nico Collins, and Trey McBride. Gare here has Bijan, James Cook, and Ashton Genty locking up the running backs, it looks like. Okay. Braylon has Jamar Chase, Jaden Daniels, and Jeremiah Love going on a rookie. Okay.
What are you thinking here?
First
Reed?
rookie taken.
Caleb Williams, your boy.
Eat one. Once again, excited about a Mike McDaniels led offense in
You gotta
San
scroll
Diego.
pretty far down to find C.J. Stroud if you're looking for him.
Brady,
Pretty far down.
I didn't ask who you were a fan of.
Justin Herbert. Okay, yeah, I guess with the way the quarterbacks are going, yeah.
Yeah, and honestly, in
this draft, that's probably going to be good value.
yeah,
It's
I'm just excited because Mike McDaniels led offense. It's going to make things easier in Herbert, and that's why I took him 112 in the dynasty startup.
Yeah.
So I'm pretty pumped about it.
I'm not excited about the board right now.
Yeah,
Well,
it's
don't
not
just
looking.
close your eyes and pick. It's not like you know ball anyways.
Ooh,
Reed, have you ever made the playoffs in Dynasty?
Yeah.
Just curious.
only in
I'm
leagues.
talking about
Only in
HD.
leagues we don't
Yeah,
play
and,
in.
and we don't play in there against scrubs.
Yeah, I made it.
But
I made it year one. And Kirk blew his Achilles, which killed my
That's
momentum.
your fault for relying on Kurt.
I was relying on Kirk, Jalen, and my IDP.
You know what?
My
Joe
IDP was
Burrow
balling.
healthy. This offense should be putting up points. I'm gonna go Chase Brown.
There it goes.
Yeah.
There
That's
goes his
a good pick.
toes.
We'll catch up the other 3 teams so far. After the Jeremiah Love team, Iron Curtain drafted Puka Nacua, Drake London, and Brock Bowers, and Reed, Iron Nut, drafted JSN, Omarion Hampton, and Justin Herbert. Brady's team is looking like Justin Jefferson, Jonathan Taylor, Chase Brown, and Brett Hansen, but from what I can see on the draft board, I just see Brett H.A., so for the rest of this, I'm going to call him Bret Hart, because that will be the first thing that comes to mind. So, Bret Hart is on the draft board right now,
Tell us down, Brett.
and his team, after 3 picks now, is Josh Allen, Christian McCaffrey, Chris Olave.
Ooh.
Auto pick on the next team,
That's a
Makai
rookie.
Lemon. Wow, the auto pick team is Drake May, Lamar Jackson, and
That
Makai
is
Lemon.
a rough team.
So that is, we're going to, wow.
Although, I mean, I've heard good things about Lemon, but
Yeah,
geez.
we're gonna see. We'll see where he goes. Patrick Mahomes comes off the board
Brian Ivan starting week 1, but okay.
with an auto pick. That team is looking like Mahomes, Hurts, Neighbors. In best ball, I don't actually hate it because between Hurts or Mahomes, you should have like a top 5 quarterback each week. So I guess at least they'll have that locked up. Caleb Williams goes off the board to a non-auto pick. That team is looking like Amon-Ra St. Brown, Jackson Dart, and Caleb Williams. So. Man, I was not planning to draft quarterback this early at all, but
Mendoza's rated higher than
here we are.
Stroud.
What are the running backs looking like? Bucky, Brees. I guess I can double up here. I definitely want to get one of this tier running back before it's gone. What are we looking like with quarterbacks left? Who all has drafted quarterbacks?
I haven't.
Yeah.
Everyone but me, and
There's still a few teams haven't,
Iron Curtain,
and
Phil
teams are
Will.
drafting too.
Yeah.
So
a few.
I think I'm gonna go ahead.
I think I can wait on
I almost said Dak, but don't want to get too invested into the Cowboys offense, so I'm gonna go with Trevor. And then, like I said, I don't want to be completely flat-footed at running back.
I wouldn't mind if you were. But,
Yeah.
I'll take Coleman.
No, I'm not. I'm not taking. I'm probably avoiding most rookies for this draft and any draft we do until we find at least until we start seeing good mock drafts.
yeah.
Better take your
A
boy.
little nervous about Bucky. Is that Brees or Kyron? I don't know if
Travion, I think is who's talking about.
Travion. No,
Yeah, he
Honestly,
can't see a hole.
I'm gonna go with old reliable out this group, Saquon Barkley. I think
That's a good pick.
I think he'll come back a little bit off of what he did this year. Less workload, shorter season, better offensive coordinator coming in.
You hope anyway, Sean
Yeah,
Mannion.
we're hoping. Yeah,
Yeah.
we're hoping the offense gets back to what it should be. So
Although I could see that fucking team just absolutely imploding.
yeah, it could. Yeah, they could be selling Saquon and AJ.
Nick Sirianni gets fired. Yeah.
Yeah, it's Philadelphia. Anything's on the table.
Yep.
Anything is always on the table.
Yeah.
All right, so being the first team to 4 people, my team is looking like CeeDee Lamb, George Pickens, Trevor Lawrence, Saquon. I'm feeling all right about that so far.
Not bad.
Not bad. But it is still early. Keegan is on the board.
I think he probably goes running back here.
You would think. Because there's the tier of receivers that's available is not good. For those listening, the available receivers right now, Carnell Tate, McMillan, Rashee Rice.
Oh.
Auto pick for Carnell Tate. Okay. Then goes A.J. Brown. Okay, A.J. Brown, I get that. I guess some of these guys aren't so bad. Garrett Wilson, Ladd McConkey, which I would not mind if he fell back to me. I doubt it as far back around as it's going to be, but...
No, he won't.
Okay, yeah, I figured as invested as you are, you're going on. Wow.
Travis Hunter.
I think a lot of people are setting up their queues for some auto picks here.
Oh,
Travis Hunter. Okay, yeah. Okay, so let's talk about that. Carnell Tate and Travis Hunter at the 4-4.
It feels like a non-ball knower pick.
Yeah, because from
Well, not
everything
IDP.
I'm hearing is it sounds like...
He's part-time wide receiver. Is
Yeah, and
confirmed.
pretty much full-time cornerback.
Yeah, there's no reason to have Travis a wide receiver when you have Jacoby Myers and Brian Thomas.
Yeah,
And Brenton Strange.
yeah. But you know what? That's okay. Yeah, we're do these drafts as an exercise. Maybe this person's just trying to get better at fantasy. So. And honestly, aside from that, I don't hate that person's team. It's Logan. I almost never. I won't say that. It's Joe Burrow, Achane, Derrick Henry, Travis Hunter. If he had just taken a different receiver right there, I would actually kind of like his start. If he'd have taken A.J. Brown or even Ted McMillan right there, or Ladd.
Did I snap you again, Reed?
Oh, Reed sniped. Really
Yes.
wanted Ladd McConkey.
For the second time.
Yeah.
I wanted Taylor and then I got McConkey.
Well, good to know in these exercises for when we do a redraft, it really matters that you guys are into Ladd like me too.
It's just a sign of not knowing ball is stealing your friends'
Mike
picks.
McDaniel's offense, I'm intrigued
Or I'm
by,
setting
bro.
you
They're
up.
gonna be passing
Or
the
I'm
ball.
setting you up.
They're going to be passing the ball in San Diego.
They're going to be passing it. It'll be fun.
They're also going to be having some good run concepts, too. They're going to be
You
well
got
more
3
balanced.
seconds. Brees Hall, not bad. They might just run the shit out of him this year because they won't have anything
He might not
else
even
to
be
lose
there.
from him.
Bucks
He's a
on the
free
ball.
agent.
Huh?
He might not even be there as a free agent.
Yeah, I think it sounds like they're gonna franchise tag him though.
They would be smart, too.
Yeah, and try and get something for him next year. I don't see why they didn't take the 3rd from Kansas City. Honestly,
He'd be
it was this year 3rd, so it's not even like this would be the year to take a 3rd from Kansas City. It's gonna be middle of the pack.
Well, I mean, how long do you think Pat Mahomes is going to be out, you think? First 4 weeks at least?
I'm projecting the first 4 weeks. Yeah.
Right, it's around the pup
Yeah.
list.
Yeah, that's what I did. I don't know if you listened to it or not. I did a little pod talking about Travis Kelce, from Fantasy Value and stuff, and I brought that up on there. I mean, it's an ACL, which these days, I mean, that's still a serious injury, but dude's come back from that, and it's not like he relies on mobility and stuff like that. So,
Right.
yeah, and man, Brees Hall as a Chief, fantasy wise, would be fucking awesome. I think.
Oh,
I
yeah.
think.
Oh, man.
I would like to think.
He'd be
On
great.
paper, it would be.
Yeah. I think it would be a slam dunk, really. But
Yeah. Absolutely. All right, let's run through these teams real quick. Through 5 rounds, the first 2 teams are looking like Gibbs, Collins, McBride, Rashee Rice. That's a bold pick because he just got in trouble again. Come on, Phil. What are you doing? Bucky Irving, like that. I don't think Rashee Rice might play. He might not play this year. He was already in trouble, and his girlfriend's now suing him for like choking her and hitting her and stuff. So
Hey, it might auto draft me. I keep getting kicked out.
Yeah, it
this
just
whole
kicked me
draft.
out.
I've been kicked out the whole draft. That's like the 20th time.
oh damn,
that was the first time it just kicked me out.
it hasn't kicked me out at all.
I'm back though.
Then the next team: Bijan, James Cook, Genty, Garrett Wilson, Ibuka. Next team: Chase, Daniels, Jeremiah Love, Fernando Mendoza, Tyler Warren, taking some swings. Puka Nakua, Drake London, Brock Lowers, Travian Henderson, and Dak Prescott make up Iron Curtain's team. Reed's team is JSN, Hampton, Herbert, Brees Hall, Zay Flowers. Brady's team is Jefferson, Jonathan Taylor, Chase Brown, Ladd McConkey, and he's about to make his next pick.
Am I the only one who hasn't taken the quarterback? No, there's a couple.
No,
Phil Will's still on that.
yeah.
Iron Curtain took us first.
I would probably go ahead though. Yeah. And so on the board for the listeners, at quarterback that you were just talking about, we're still looking at Brock Purdy, Bo Nix, Jordan Love, Baker Mayfield, C.J. Stroud. Running backs available: Coleman, Josh Jacobs, Kyron Williams, Quinshon Judkins, Harvey, Walker, Scadaboo. Receivers: Tyson, T. Higgins, Brock Purdy, nice pick. Jameson Williams, Boston, Marvin Harrison. Wide receivers are starting to get kind of gross, I'm not going to lie.
That's why I took Zay when I could.
Yeah. So we got Bret Hart on the board. Brady's team is looking like Brock Purdy at his quarterback. His receivers are Jefferson and McConkey. Running backs, Taylor and Brown. I like that start, actually. I like that. That's pretty nice. Bret Hart's team. Dang it, he took Josh Jacobs. I was hoping he might keep
considering
slipping.
him and Purdy. I
But-
was like,
Yeah.
do I take Jacobs and wait for
Is
quarterback?
Josh Allen,
That-
Christian McCaffrey, Chris Olave, Colston Loveland, and Josh Jacobs.
Not a bad
That
team.
he's got 2 rookies that Justin does. He just drafted Jordan Tyson.
Yup.
Jordan Tyson could be a stud. I mean, I'm not putting all my eggs in the basket for a rookie, but, you know.
Where they go matters.
Yeah.
The auto draft team is up to Drake May, Lamar Jackson, Makai Lemon, Ted McMillan, and Jordan Tyson. Loken is to Burrow, Achane, Henry, Travis Hunter, Sam Laporta. Dogma is looking like Malik Neighbors, Jalen Hurts, Pat Mahomes, AJ Brown, and T. Higgins. I actually don't hate that team too much.
Which ones?
Dogma. Yeah. It's an auto draft team, but I don't hate it too
like
much.
the Pat Mahomes pick that early.
Me either, but with the way quarterbacks are going,
I'm
I
not-
get it.
I'm not digging-
A different one, but
Yeah, I'm not digging that he's not having any good depth at running back.
Yeah.
Not taking it.
that is also.
Keegan is Amon-Ra St. Brown, Jackson Dart, Caleb Williams, Carnell Tate, and Cam Scadaboo. I am on the board. And, like,
You thinking tight end here? You thinking?
my boy, actually, no, Blake Corum is a thing. Actually,
Take Sadiq.
no, who's even there? No, I think I have an idea what I want to do there, and maybe that might work if it comes back around to me. Oh, I'm going to go ahead and make it, and this might be a bold pick. I'm going to go ahead and go Quinshon Judkins. I think he
How's
might...
he coming back from the injury? Like, is it?
Huh?
I heard anything about the injury?
I'm not too sure, but...
What was it? Was it an ACL?
Not sure. Not sure, to be totally honest, but I like Quinshon. I think he's pretty
I
good.
do too.
And if he's healthy to start the year, if I'd had more time to look at it, I might have clicked on his profile and looked at that. I guess he did get hurt kind of late in the year. I think it was an ACL. It wasn't.
Fractured tibia and dislocated ankle.
Okay, so he didn't tear any ligaments.
Okay.
So he should be fine.
Yeah. I'm not gonna lie. I like Kenneth Walker here too.
That's not bad.
I just don't know where he's gonna be. Kyron is there, but Blake Corum was getting a lot of work towards the end of the year, and I wouldn't be surprised if they try to
So-
save him for the playoffs type deal.
Also, there's some rumors of
I-
Kenneth Walker in Kansas City as well.
I wouldn't worry
Say
about
less.
Kyron Williams because even when,
Kenneth Walker off the
Even-
board.
even when they, started doing a little more Blake Corum, they made Kyron more of a passing back. He started catching more passes.
Yeah, but Blake
And
was
he's
involved
still-
too, and
I'm not worried
as a
about Blake.
Kyron owner, I mean, I noticed it.
Of course.
I felt it. The
I wouldn't
impact
worry
was
about it.
felt. So
Corum sucks.
that's why I got off him when I could. I'd rather get off a year early than a year late in Dynasty. I still have him in another league, so I'm not completely off of him. So through 6 rounds, my team is looking like CeeDee Lamb, George Pickens, Trevor Lawrence, Saquon, Quinshon, and Kenneth Walker. Keegan added Rome Odunze. Oh gosh. Let's just go to skip this round instead of reading the teams. I just did that. So Rome Odunze goes after my Kenneth Walker pick, Jameson Williams, Devontae Smith, Brian Thomas, Devontae Adams. What do you guys think of Brian Thomas this coming season?
Why don't you look him in the eye, Reed?
Oh, this is intense.
Harold Thanon took a tight end here.
Brady looked him dead in the eye and took one of his favorite guys.
Can't take him all, Brady.
That's true. Reed has a lot of favorite guys.
Yeah,
you
he
can't
does.
take them all.
He does.
You can't take them
But
all.
I was looking to go tight end here. I filled out my running backs and receivers.
Yeah. Aronde Gadsden right there. Yeah, you can't take them all. Can't take them all.
Yeah, if I could have, I would have. But
Speaking of Kyron Williams, he goes off the board. There goes Jordan Addison.
I was debating on
Bold
Kyron
pick.
there as well, but like,
Bold pick.
I don't know. Something
looking
tells me
back,
he's just not going to
The
last.
Jaden Daniels pick for that same team that just made the Jordan Addison pick, that was bold. I'm sorry, what'd you say?
Just Kyron Williams, I don't know. I just don't really like that he's...
I just don't really trust it anymore.
I don't.
I did for a while.
I could almost see him just like completely being irrelevant in 2 years.
Yeah, I can see him being irrelevant by the end of next year.
Yeah.
He's one injury away.
I think so too.
He's one injury
I
away.
think so too. Well, I think he's a 7th round
From
pick
at
for
least,
a reason, right?
From at least, yeah. He's one injury away from maybe not disappearing, but going to a for sure
He's gonna be the next.
timeshare.
He'd be
Signed,
basically the next
3-year extension last
Cam
year.
Akers.
Yeah, but I mean,
I don't know the details
Well,
of
that's
his contract to see when they can move off of him.
the thing with Kyron is he does do a lot of things that like teams like he understands protections and he picks stuff up and he doesn't miss stuff. So he does the right things to keep himself on the field. In his defense, he does do the right things, the things that coaches and quarterbacks like. But I do. Like I asked earlier, what are you guys thinking about Brian Thomas this year?
I
I think he has a bounce back.
I hope he has a bounce back. I've also heard just rumors he could be traded for another player, like to the Bills. I've heard a rumor to the Bills.
Yeah.
Like, he'd be.
Are there actual rumors to that, or is that more speculation? Because I've heard a lot of speculation about it, but the rumors I've heard is that Jacksonville wants to keep him.
It's
They're not
Because
interested
QB
in
would
trading
quit throwing
right now.
balls off target over the middle. He'd probably feel more comfortable catching them.
Yeah.
I don't know. I feel like I've also heard he's afraid to fucking go into the middle, but
Now.
Well, I don't know that he needs to, honestly, though. They've got other guys. I mean, he can just be a deep threat.
I guess, but it pretty much limits.
Well,
what
when
you
your
want
QB's
him to
constantly making you go airborne when he throws over the middle to you,
Yeah.
and you get nailed, I mean, I'd be nervous too as well. Honestly, his rookie year, I don't think that was even an issue. But I think he was getting hit mostly on
do.
deep
Trevor
balls.
Lawrence had a pretty good year last year, though, didn't he?
Mm-hmm. Hopefully a breakout.
That's the Grant Udinski effect.
Read on the clock here.
Yeah, I'm gonna do it.
You got
Serious,
sniped from your Bears boy Luther Burden.
Yeah.
Fuck.
What
Oh.
players are you looking at? Here?
gonna snipe someone Brady wants. I'm gonna take Jordan Love.
I wouldn't take a second quarterback.
What players are you looking at here, Reed?
I don't fucking
With who's
know.
available?
That sounds salty.
There's nothing I like.
It's almost getting to a point as far as running backs looking like rookies.
Good receivers.
Receivers, rookies are starting to get more into play. This is where
I
was
don't
starting
even.
to
I
draft
don't
them.
even care because like I want QB insurance honestly at this point.
That's fair, and we're in an upside league. I mean,
I want a guy who hucks the ball, gets lots of yards. I like making this pick any day of the week.
I don't think it's a bad idea to pair with Herbert because he can have up and down weeks, and Goff can too. So having that insurance that you're going to have someone each week for the most part to
I'm going to go ahead and
Go off for you.
take the last good running back here, in my opinion. Etienne. Whether he stays in Jacksonville or goes somewhere else, I think
he's probably that
at least
last
for another.
running back in that tier because after this, you could argue DeAndre Swift.
You could, but I don't trust it.
I don't trust it either. And then after that, it's like Woody Marks, Jalen Warren,
Those are
Corum,
your
my non-guy.
average to
the
maybe
rookies.
above average running backs who maybe could break out.
Coleman's here, Price, Johnson, Singleton, Charbonnet's available.
There it goes. There goes the running back. After I
Yeah,
took one
DeAndre
for
Swift
running
goes,
backs.
yeah. So running back is getting pretty bare in here.
Yeah, I think I took that at the right time. But then, yeah, they're about to go.
Yeah. Wide receiver, there's probably still some value to be had
Few of them
there.
that I like. Yeah. I'm glad I waited. I actually like a few down here that you could actually find some good value for.
Hmm.
30 seconds. Jordan Love.
I'm not gonna lie. Right now, a lot of
I
these
saw a tear
players
go down Brady's
are
face.
looking gross already. This might be an ugly season of drafting. Damn it! There goes Tucker Kraft. That was literally who I was about to take. So sniped for the first time of the 2026 draft season. I am on Tucker Kraft. I was gonna take him and then draft like another late round tight end, and just kind of roll with that and punt the position like I like to do with tight end.
And I'd take Sam Darnold before I take Jordan Love. Reed.
So maybe some quarterback insurance here. There's not a lot of insurance. There's C.J. Stroud,
I'm sorry.
Sam Darnold.
Elaborate why you want to pick a guy who gets less fantasy points than the other guy, because he's not playing for the Vikings anymore, hucking the ball. He's in a run-heavy offense. Look at his game.
Almost 30 touchdowns. I mean, he's way more healthy than Jordan Love. I mean, Jordan Love misses games all the fucking time. Like, no thanks. Sam Darnold's entering his prime of his career and a great offense with one of the best receivers in the NFL.
He played most of the year, and I'm looking at game logs, and I would rather have Jordan Love than Sam Darnold.
That's your opinion, bro.
It's like my opinion, man.
You need to get so defensive.
Well, defensive just blows my mind. Like, why would you pick the guy with less points? Like, if he was playing for the Vikings again in a pass-heavy offense, I can see it. Because he lit it up.
Packers were in a really run-heavy. How many more points did Jordan Love really score than Sam Darnold?
I'm looking now in this league.
Sam Darnold was ranked higher last year. You fucking crackhead. Number 13.
He said he was 8 points ahead, and Love missed essentially 3 games.
Exactly. I'm not relying
the last 3.
I'm not relying on his
Just
health.
saying.
Count me the fuck out.
He would have crushed him if he would have played all those last 3.
Yeah, that's a big if because he misses a lot of games all the time. Regularly. It's not his first injury. Oh, let's see. I like...
Yeah, you are on the board here. What position are you looking at?
Receiver.
Receiver?
I like Cortland Sutton here.
Yeah, I was thinking about him just a minute ago.
I do like him.
Yeah, I think that's a good pick. Probably the best left in this range here.
I think so.
Christian Watson, maybe in that conversation.
I can't trust his health the same with Jordan Love, man. I can't.
Michael Wilson, can't trust the breakout just yet.
He doesn't miss that many games. You can go look.
If somebody calls me a Jordan Love dick right, you sure definitive over there.
Well, I don't understand because your thought process seems a little flawed. You say hurt all the time when he's really.
You're that upset I picked Sam Darnold over Jordan Love. You seem pretty upset I picked Sam Darnold over Jordan Love.
Your reasoning is just it's not math, brother.
8 points. Oh my god. Oh no.
Well, there's statistics, eh?
I think you need to calm down with your Jordan Love, bro. I'll get you a jersey for Christmas.
Bro, I poop on Jordan Love all the time.
You can't be fooled right
I'm just...
now. The way you're talking about him.
So he missed what?
Am I wrong right now?
He missed 3 games last year. He missed...
Are you still talking about
essentially 3 last year?
This guy is still going on about the
Big
Packers.
Packers guy.
Yeah, big
Packers
and
Bears.
guy over
So,
here.
okay.
Packers and Bears.
So here's the thing.
Jesus.
He's played 3...
Did you draft
I'm
Jared
sorry.
Goff too?
I'm sorry.
You draft Jared Goff.
This guy
So
likes
listen.
everyone but the Vikings.
Go on,
He's got a
brother.
Justin Jefferson
listen.
shit.
You always say these people are so hurt. They're hurt all the time. They miss games. All right, first actual season he played full season.
He's still going on.
Second
about
season
Jordan Love.
he had 2 missed games early, and then early exit in the last game. I don't think they needed it, and then he missed essentially 3 last year. He played a good chunk of the third to last, and then missed the last couple.
Anyways.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say too. I was like, okay, all right. Anyways, so Kyle Pitts has just went off the board.
The GOAT.
Yep. After his breakout year.
Yeah. He had 6 touchdowns last year.
Well, I say breakout year. I mentioned in one of those pods about Travis Kelce or George Kittle. I forget which one it was. We finally got a tight end 2 season out of George Kittle, and it was like 9 PPR. Yeah. So like his breakout wasn't even like oh, he's the second best tight end in fantasy. Like, okay, well there were like quite a few guys in his point range. I broke it down better than that in the thing, but he was still kind of his, yeah, as far as fantasy goes, anyways. All right, we are to the 9th round now is underway. 3 picks in.
Emmett Johnson out of Nebraska.
Ricky
I actually
Pearsall,
like that guy.
Ricky Pearsall, Daniel Jones, and Emmett Johnson. You were just saying. Tell us a little bit about him. I haven't
Emmett Johnson,
Think about
Nebraska. Dude, this dude's like a fucking bowling ball looking running back, but he can catch passes too. He just had an interview today. He said he's going to run faster, what people think. So he's a really intriguing option, like for rookie. I mean, I don't know how you take him in a dynasty.
taxi stash.
Yeah. And it also just depends on who drafts him. Like, let's say Kansas City took a flyer on him and say, man, he ended up being RB1 out of camp. Shit, you might draft him higher.
Yeah, I mean, if you're doing your dynasty draft, though, if you're not, unless you're waiting until
yeah,
camp,
unless you're waiting, you don't know.
you're probably assuming like at best he's going to be in like a rotation with like Pacheco and someone else.
Yeah, that's the kind of thing you're gonna have to like factor in. Like, man, do I take a risk of taking him higher than you're projected? Because, man, you really are that confident he's gonna win out the job, But I like his game. I don't know how I take him, but he might be one of my favorite running backs in this class.
Okay, good to know. Noted.
Which is really
Remember
deep,
that, Reed?
I'm sorry, who I was going deep into
Emmett
my-
Johnson.
Oh.
Emmett
Oh,
Johnson. Just remember
Oh, is that the
for-
guy from Nebraska?
For HTP draft.
Yeah, I know who he's talking about.
You a fan of his?
I like him.
Yeah,
I think he's solid.
I think he's pretty solid too. I don't know if he's gonna be like a burger.
No, but I think he should be efficient. Pretty
Okay,
effective.
let's see.
Looks like
I
it.
am on the clock here. I
got a
have
good
3
physical
running
profile.
backs, 3 receivers, QB, tight end. I could look to take another quarterback. Golly.
Yeah, I don't know if there's any quarterbacks left, is there? CJ Stroud. Your boy CJ Stroud.
I think
Is
I
this
did.
true?
And then after that, you're looking at Cam Ward and Tyler Shook, who I think, and JJ McCarthy, who are the guaranteed starters left. After that, we don't know where Kyler Murray's going to be. Simpson, Chambliss, rookies.
Well, Chambliss,
Penix.
isn't he?
I'm gonna take
the
Cam
old-
Ward. I like just the direction that team's going. Robert Saleh. They're the offensive coordinator they just hired too. I think they're going to be leaning more into
Brian DeBall.
There we go. That's So
They gotta
he
bring some
developed Josh
weapons
Allen.
in, too.
So I mean,
you know,
I like the upside here, especially this late.
I like Chuba Hubbard right there this late too. I think that's
So,
a good pick. 'Cause
Chambliss,
he's probably
real
going to
quick,
be RB1 again next year.
Isn't Chambliss the Ole Miss QB?
He's going back to.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Why is he even in there?
Oh.
They haven't updated it yet. Kyler was
Kyler
also.
Murray.
I was
That got
considering
announced
too.
a little while ago too.
Where do you guys think Kyler goes?
Jets. Think he's gonna get cut?
Minnesota.
Yes. Although I've heard
He's gonna have to
I've
be
heard some
cut.
people saying that they don't know if they think that would fit his play style super well.
Yeah, I've heard that too. I don't know. I mean,
I don't
like I
think
said,
he's a
Casey's gonna be
stylistic
coaching.
fit.
Here's where I can see it. Like,
So if he's
Shane-
coaching for his job, why we have a non-stylistic fit?
Well, I mean, it's better than having the worst statistical quarterback out there. On the field.
Only through his first 6.
And then you played the 4 worst defenses in the entire.
Oh,
I mean, if
Lions
we're
are playing
gonna
for a
move the
playoff
goalpost
spot.
for James
Lions are
McCarthy.
playing for a playoff spot.
Okay, when you get your point out, I'd like to make mine.
I'm just saying. I've already heard your point. We don't need to rehash. We can move on.
Anyways, like I was saying
Yes.
before I got interrupted. Like,
Don't fucking do it again.
anyway, the first 6 games he was fucking atrocious. The worst fucking quarterback in the league. And then like these James McCarthy Glazers, like, oh, the last 4 games he was the 4th in EPA against Green Bay's fucking 3rd string defense, Washington's fucking defense, and Dallas's number 1 worst rated defense in the league. Prove it, sir. You're not as good as those last 4 games suggest. They took out all the middle of the throw concepts for a fucking reason. Because you can't fucking accurately throw the ball to your best fucking receiver in the NFL.
It was one of his best statistical categories coming out of college.
Best statistical categories coming out of college, but what'd you do in the NFL? Shit your fucking pants.
Yeah.
So I don't want to hear it.
Having a healthy O-line.
I don't want to hear excuses with healthy O-line. Look at Drake May's O-line going to the fucking Super Bowl.
Yeah.
I don't want to fucking hear it.
The starting
O-line
O-line
and
like
weapons.
87.
O-line and
fucking
weapons.
hear
O-line
it.
and weapons.
Don't want to hear a word of it about O-line, bro. Shit. Get out of here. Got Christian Darris on, Brian O'Neill. Yeah, but he's out. It doesn't matter. It's better than any fucking offensive lineman that the Patriots have. Shit.
At this point, right
Shit.
now, yeah. at this point.
I hate that fucking excuse. The offensive line. Brother, you're hanging on the ball way too long. Same thing what Sam Darnold was doing the year before. Hanging on the ball too long.
So maybe a KOC thing then?
It's part of it's the problem.
Part of it,
Yeah.
Okay.
KOC's part of the problem.
Does
We'll see
he
what
want?
he does. He's
Does he
good.
want them to let the play develop or something?
It's
Is
long
that-
developing plays. Like, yeah, you gotta hang on the ball and stand in there a little bit longer. And you know, there's a certain point where you're like, okay, shit, it's not there. You gotta throw it. Well,
Yeah.
you know, Sam Darnold kind of did that a little bit too long, and that's why Seattle really thrived with him because, like, dude, we're not gonna ask you to sit back there fucking 5 seconds and wait
Yeah.
for the play to
Just
develop.
get the ball out.
Yeah, and I'm, dude. Me and Reed kind of differ on that, dude. KOC is a huge problem. He might think that now too, but he might be a little late to the party.
You're on the clock.
I am. Shit, you're right. Time's up. Draft it for me, I believe. No, I got
You got time.
Okay, well, I'm looking at. Well, tight end depth wouldn't hurt.
Yeah, I think that's probably your go-to. You've got Jefferson, McConkey, and Sutton at receiver so far. Taylor, Brown, and Etienne at running back,
You know
and then
what?
your quarterbacks are Purdy and Ward.
I like Ferguson here.
Oh, damn it!
I
I was
like-
hoping he might sneak back
I like
around.
Ferguson here. I like Dallas's offense. They're gonna score a lot of points.
Gosh, tight end's gonna be gross for me. Yes, it is. I'll probably try to get it like Juwan Johnson. So the available tight ends currently we're at the 10-9 right now, and I still have to wait basically another to the end of the 11th round to pick again. The tight ends currently available right now are Kincaid, Brenton Strange, Juwan Johnson, Mason Taylor, Mark Andrews, Dallas Goedert, Hunter Henry. I don't actually hate it.
Yeah.
Because if I double up on him, Juwan Johnson had a really good year, especially with Tyler Shook and in that offense.
Hawkinson might have a better year.
I'm not. I
wouldn't put money into it, but like.
Nah. I'd rather draft Hunter Henry or Dallas
Oh
Goedert.
yeah, you
or
got
Dallas
better options.
Goedert.
But if you were, you could do a lot.
I guess if you're just thinking pure upside.
Well, shit, AJ Barner is not a bad option down here.
Yeah, I guess he's down there too. I'm surprised he hasn't steamed up more.
Yeah. Did Colby Parkinson already go?
I think so.
See, he would have been a good pick too. Where'd he go?
Actually, AJ Barner might be my tight end go-to because looking at him right here, I don't know why he's this low. Because he had a good season too.
Yeah.
A solid season, I'll say.
No, Colby Parkinson's still down. I guess he's probably getting demoted back to wherever he was at, but I felt like he was almost the best tight end by the end of the year in that room. He's a young dude.
Xavier Worthy off the board. I mean, honestly, might actually turn out to be good value with the way with Rashee Rice and all his legal stuff. I mean, it might be another year of just trying to get him to take a step forward, and who knows, maybe he does.
Ricky Pearsall can stay healthy.
He's got the athletic profile to do it if he could just get it together.
Yeah. I like how
tight end's not as bad as
Chippy
I thought.
This little podcast has got on
I love it. I absolutely love it.
Great content.
This is exactly what I've always wanted. We're not here to be experts. Just some dudes. Yeah, receivers looking really gross right
Watson
now.
was going, man.
Yeah, Christian Watson's been the top ADP receiver for a while, and below him is now he just now went to start the 11th round.
Him if he would have got back to
Wan'Dale Robinson, DJ Moore, a bunch of rookies, Alec Pierce.
Terry McLaurin down there.
Yeah, who?
Terry McLaurin still on the board.
How far down is he? What?
That's a little insane, dude. He's almost projected to score 200 points. How the hell did he fall that far?
How far down are you going? I mean, Jerry Judy's below some of these
He's right
guys.
under
This ADP is
Cooper,
insane.
These running. Okay, so he's 116 in receiver.
I'm definitely going to use this draft to be a lot more prepared with my queue for the next one because I wanted to put a queue together for this one, but I just looked at it. I was like, there's so many unknowns right now. I'm so overwhelmed trying to put a queue together. But now looking at it through like this and talking through some of it,
I like Zachariah Branch too, but Terry McLaurin's on the board.
Honestly, in
Wan'Dale.
Yeah. I mean,
Alec Pierce too.
Jalen
Higgins.
Yeah, Jalen McMillan, Deebo Samuel, even
Jordan Reed.
Ayuk's gonna maybe go be a wide receiver 1 on a different team. Mike Evans.
Stephon Diggs,
He's gonna do the
Godwin.
same, yeah.
Yeah.
Jaden Higgins kind of had some nice
Coker's
games late.
down there,
There
too.
goes Mike Evans. Maybe that guy's listening to us.
That's a little nutty.
Who are we looking at running back available? Running back's kind of gross. Corum.
Ramondre Stevenson still I like.
I would actually like him a lot at this current value right
Yeah.
now. This would be a good
He
value
catches
for him.
passes too, man.
Yeah.
And
Because I didn't want to buy into Henderson because I think at least to start the year they'd probably go right back to Stevenson.
I mean, they should until he's beat out. Yeah.
I think that's probably what they
There he
do.
goes. I mean, there goes.
Probably run the piss out of him next year, get what they can out of him, and then just keep developing Trevion in the meantime.
So
Looking for the next guy.
I was talking about it, and I can't believe he's this far. And I'm gonna do it. I'm taking Terry McLaurin.
Yeah, that's fair. Yeah.
It's crazy.
The new coordinator's talking about wanting to get him 10 targets a game.
Yeah, that's insane to me that he has fallen this far behind those rookies, like those unknowns. But so Wandell too, DJ Moore, that wouldn't be a bad option. We'll see auto picks coming.
Dallas Goddard goes off. There goes my tie. Okay, so my pick is coming up. What are we looking like? I put together a little bit of a queue, so I've got some ideas.
So yeah, I got 3 running. I think I might need another running back.
Let me look at my team.
I think I'm good on running backs now.
How many do you have?
4.
4. I think I got 3.
Because we do only have 5 bench spots, so I got 1 on my bench.
Yeah.
See what happens.
You got your second QB as well, right?
Yeah. Super flex.
So
Oh, I didn't even think about it being super flex. I fucking forgot about that. I'm not even gonna lie. Damn it.
That's why I took a second quarterback. You got 2 QBs, though, right?
No, I just have Lawrence.
Shucks available.
Yeah, that's who. I just added him right to the top of the queue, and I'm fine with that. Actually, I'm fine with
I
him.
like his game, actually.
Yeah, I think coming up, I have the next pick after Keegan, who is gonna let it run down to an auto pick. It looks like Alec Pierce, good auto pick though, good auto pick there. So I'm on the clock here, and like I said, I think I'm gonna go Barner, and I think I'm gonna go Shook, just because I want to get my tight end locked up, and I want to get my QB2 locked up. And some of these other guys I'm looking at.
That's not Elijah Arroyo.
I don't know if they can make it back around, but I'm going to hope. Damn it, nope. There goes Tyrone Tracy right after that on an auto pick. That's who I was hoping he would come back around. Cam Scadaboo being hurt. I don't know. I think he found his role in that offense and found a good fit into there. It was a little shaky there to start, but I think he's carved out his spot, at least for the next upcoming season.
He's running backs left or gross, dude. Gross.
I like 1 or 2 of them.
Pollard's there.
He's there.
Yeah, he's there.
Gainwell's
Gainwell's there.
You
Yeah.
could take Tootin hoping Etienne gets traded.
DJ Moore goes off the board. Aaron Jones is there.
He's good.
I'm surprised Jordan Mason's
Ooh,
yeah,
Bill,
Jordan Mason's
Bill's
that low.
down there. Overhype him and hope he gets the deal.
I guess a lot of other people are probably projecting Kenny Gainwell to the Vikings too.
It's only $4.5 mil cap.
Pretty cheap.
Yeah, it's not bad.
Okay.
That's what
All right.
KFC should do. If he doesn't use running backs, pay him.
Should run more.
Fuck. Should, but he won't.
You're right.
Elijah Surratt coming off the board. Brenton Strange going off the board. Not a bad pick there.
There goes my backup tight end.
Okay, so I'm basically just plotting out my last 2 picks here.
That fucking asshole.
Yeah, Kamara goes. This is probably about where he should have gone. Ja'Cory Cross-Merritt's still on the board. That's interesting. If he could figure out how to catch passes and block, he might be he might be pretty decent. He might be pretty decent.
Yeah. Sheesh.
So I guess you could kind of break down. Well, no, we'll wait to break down our team so far. I guess we'll just remember that.
Do you even, real quick, do you even want a QB3 in Superflex best ball? Like, is it even worth it? Like, if it's like a low-end QB, is it even worth it?
I guess probably not, because that super flex spot could be anybody. So really, that spot's, it could be your quarterback. It could also be a wide receiver some weeks because you're not really setting the lineup, so you're not setting it there.
And
You're
you
just
can't,
kind
you
of,
can't set it at all, right?
yeah.
That's a game well based
It
on
sets itself, yeah.
pass catching situations. I don't know where he's going, but I feel like he's gonna carve out a role somewhere and catch passes and be a flex option.
Yeah. I think it's funny how low Jerry Jeudy is down here. He's with like Torrey Horton and Tank Dell.
He can't catch the ball. He keeps struggling.
Yeah.
Wandell's still on the board. Jesus.
He's a free agent, which I think is probably scaring some people.
Yeah, but someone's gonna sign the dude.
Yeah, you just don't know what kind of situation he's going to go to. You could easily see Wandale going to a spot where he gets wide receiver 3 or 4.
Wandell possibly, so maybe it'd be a nice option for Cam Ward.
Maybe.
Maybe with Brian Dable. I mean,
I could see it.
he's familiar
Dable
with
would.
the
I was about to say
Giants,
Dable would be
Giants,
familiar with him, so that might help.
Yeah, I mean,
Wait, Dable didn't like using Wandale though, if I remember right.
I don't know, didn't he?
He didn't. Wandale didn't play a lot when Dable was there. Now that I'm thinking about it,
I think he.
I think his usage was pretty low.
Fine.
I thought he was balling out this year.
Dable wasn't there this past year, was he?
Yeah, he was. He got fired towards the end of the year.
Oh, I thought that was last year.
Yeah.
Everything's just bleeding together.
Yeah, it does, doesn't it?
He had a pretty solid year. It was worse last year, but okay. He's just.
Maybe I'm thinking of the previous coach. I don't know. Chris Godwin goes off the board. I don't think I'll be looking at running back with either of the next 2 picks. Or at wide receiver, because the wide receivers are gross. I think I'm probably going to be looking at tight end. A tight end 2 here, maybe like a Hunter Henry. Maybe even Jawan Johnson. It's just looking for an upside spot to cover for Barner's down weeks, I think. I don't know. I'm not a best ball up expert, so
It wouldn't be a bad option, I'm saying.
we're just some dudes.
Dudes who think we know ball.
Yeah. Oh, low key. I talked about Chico Conquo in one of those tight interviews. I think he's a candidate to maybe end up in Kansas City this offseason
Yeah?
on like a multi-year deal, and they say, hey, we'll get you a little bit of a role this year, but next year when Travis is gone, you're our tight end 1 of the future, and you're going to play with Pat Mahomes. You're going to be on this competitive team. I could see it for a guy like that. If he's the kind of guy that like wants to win, and he's been in Tennessee all these years so far to start his career, and he just wants to go somewhere where he's going to win games and get an opportunity to play meaningful football.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. And I could see them looking for a tight end if they could get him on a good deal. But they have other stuff to address too, so I don't know if they're going to spend money there. But Mahomes just restructured his deal yesterday or today and freed up like $30 in cap space. So that's bad news. Like, you hate to see that.
Sam Mahomes,
Yeah.
43 million.
Yeah, he restructured his deal. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, was it 43 he freed
Yeah,
up?
for a $34 million cap hit.
Yeah.
That
Yeah,
is
it's
the-
43, so even worse.
It is the benefit of signing that big of a contract, like as far as like years.
Yeah, you just keep
You can
extending it
shove
forward.
You
Yeah.
can shove it down the road and be a, a next year problem.
Oh, come on, field wheel. There we go. He drafts Tyreek Hill. Oh, okay.
Where
He
do you
took
think
Tyreek
he's going,
Spears.
by the way?
Huh?
Where do you think he's going to go, by the way?
Kansas City.
Tyreek? Yeah, I
Yeah.
can see it.
He took Tyjae Spears. That I really wanted him. I really thought I was going to get a late round value on him. I think there's a chance he maybe is the main running back there in Tennessee this year. This early, pre-draft and pre-free agency.
My thing, real quick, taking
Pollard's
a
a
step
free
back,
agent.
Tyreek Hill's haven't had a second surgery on his knee and won't be available till late in the year, so I don't know if he will sign anywhere this year.
Yeah, he could do
I
the Odell
heard-
Beckham thing and just sign with a contender.
There was someone suggesting that same thing with the bill. It's like, hey, just wait till like week, 12, 13, then we'll come on, then,
Yeah, if it's the Chiefs balling out, looking good, hop on, send them some reinforcements. Yeah, absolutely. I mean, J.K. Dobbins off the board, just ahead of Reed. He sniped you a couple times. This
That wasn't
iron.
a snipe. My app closed out.
Oh, okay.
Let's see. I'm surprised you don't want J.K. Dobbins.
Well, this late, I mean,
just what he's talking
when you look
about
at,
J.K.
yeah,
Dobbins.
that's fair. And the running backs that are left. Speaking of the running backs that are left, getting into these later rounds, it's looking like it's going to be Trey Benson, a bunch of rookies, Tootin, Pollard, Algier, Krusky Merritt,
Tootin's probably your best bet with a group of running backs.
and hoping that Etienne goes somewhere. Is that looking like he's gonna?
Who's that? I'm sorry.
Is it looking like ETN's going somewhere else?
It's kind of 50-50 right now. He's
Okay.
a free agent, I believe. So it just depends.
I've heard some back and forth talk about some people saying it sounded like he was going back, then it sounded like he was a free agent. I don't know.
He's probably. The
It's
best
who
one.
I was gonna take. but
Yeah, I'm surprised you didn't. I thought
Jaden Higgins.
I was. Then I decided another running back would be nice because they get hurt.
Yeah, they do. Carson Beck, wowzer.
I was actually surprised Tootin was still there.
Yeah, Carson Beck is wild. Definitely. No, that guy is actually drafting too. Wow.
Yeah, he must be a. Well, he's a Packers guy, so I mean that goes without saying.
Oh, gosh.
Skull legs.
Another rookie off the board, Damon Claiborne. Loken on the board. We are about to wrap up the second to last draft, or the second to last round.
Was Jaden Reed still on the board too?
He's got the upside. I mean,
Josh Downs, Deebo Samuel's still there.
yeah. I mean, he's an upside guy too.
Jalen
depending on where he
Hooker,
goes.
Booty.
Yeah, that's promising. He's on the board, but I guess I see it. He kind of had a shot at the number one, being the number one this year. So I'm on the clock with my last 2 picks of the draft. Would probably like another tight end, I think, but I also don't really want to waste it because I don't really think there's a ton of upside left at tight end.
Mason Taylor for the Jets would be.
Yeah, but
Hunter Henry's still there too.
yeah, but does he have upside though? You know what I'm saying?
He's a young guy. But yeah.
Why won't it let me look for their different positions? It's only letting me look at wide receivers.
That's weird.
Yeah, where would I change position right
Oh, that's weird.
there? Yeah.
I don't
Sleeper app glitching on me?
Yeah, I think so.
All right, well,
drafting a receiver.
Yeah, I guess so.
That's gay, dude.
I guess. Well, it's a whatever league. So I'm gonna go Ayuk. Actually, maybe he ends up somewhere where he can be a number 1 and kind of ball out. And if we're talking upside,
You can try closing the app real quick for your next pick. Maybe that'll help.
yeah, you know, I'm gonna go Jalen McMillan.
Okay.
Maybe Chris Godwin doesn't play too much. Ibuka is kind of pretty boom bust. Sorry, Reed.
He's got sniped so many times.
Yeah, and I mean, and McMillan's shown flashes too. Ibuka's not the only young Bucks receiver to show flashes. Tez Johnson, for that matter, as well, has shown flashes. So there's guys there, and they're gonna have to start moving on to the future soon. So I wouldn't be surprised if Chris Godwin even maybe kind of just gets slowly faded out throughout the year, kind of deal, and start bringing on these young guys throughout the year. Because they got Ibuka, McMillan, and Tez Johnson. That's like that sounds like a nice, good trio to restart with.
Otten's still good.
He's a free agent.
Oh, he is?
Yeah.
Indubitably. So let's go ahead and start wrapping up these teams so we can move on to pick a card. We'll just start with my team since mine is done. And we'll work our way that way. I finished with, here, well, I'll read it by the team. My quarterbacks are Trevor Lawrence and Tyler Shook. Running backs, Quinshon Judkins, Saquon Barkley, Kenneth Walker, Zach Charbonnet. Receivers, CeeDee Lamb, George Pickens, DK Metcalf, Jalen Waddle, Quentin Johnston, Brandon Ayuk, Jalen McMillan. And that is the team. Okay, so let's look at Keegan. Let's see how his team ended up. Can you just... Okay, well... Yeah, okay, that's how we do it. He has quarterback Jackson Dart, Kyler Murray, Caleb Williams, Ty Simpson. Quite a few quarterbacks there. His running backs, he's got Cam Scatterbo, David Montgomery, Tyrone Tracy, and James Conner. Wide receiver, Amon-Ra St. Brown, Carnell Tate, Rome Odunze, Alec Pierce. I'm not gonna lie, I really don't want to go through and read off all these teams, and it just feels like kind of monotonous. I think it would be a lot for even just the listener to take in too.
You can just go Rars.
Yeah. Let's just go over ours and talk about ours. So let me run over mine and talk about it a little bit. So I like this team. I think I like it a lot. I feel like it's got really good floor with it. Just look at the starters, or who would, in theory, be the starters, and pretty good dart throwers on the bench. If Kenneth Walker goes somewhere else and Zach Charbonnet comes back even like by week 4, he's probably going to be RB1 there, and so probably be pretty loaded at running back there between Barkley, Judkins, Walker, and Charbonnet. And even if Walker, which it sounded like he won't be back in Seattle, but if he does end up back there, I'll have RB1, really good RB1 production from one of them, probably going on most of the time. Good dart throws on the receiver, and I mean tight end. I didn't draft a backup. I just went with AJ Barner. I mean, we can still pick up free agents in these leagues when it comes around. So drop an ad one if I need. Yeah. We'll see. I mean, one of these dart throws is going to miss. I think Quentin Johnston, Keenan Allen.
Real quick, but you can only drop someone when they're on your bench. Or can they be in your lineup when you swap them?
Well, I mean, you don't really set a lineup, so you can drop anyone.
And it'll just take them out of your lineup, and then you...
And then you got to add someone to it, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. As far as I know. This is my first best ball league.
I've done one years ago.
Okay.
I vaguely remember.
Yeah. But Quentin Johnston could be, I feel like, a pretty nice little pick. You know, he got off to a real hot start, and then when their offensive line got hurt, that's when it all went, because he thrives on those long developing plays, getting down the field and getting open. So maybe they come back healthy, add to it like they're trying to. That helps. Less Keenan Allen. I don't know. Like the upside. Brady, let's hear about your team.
Okay, let me pull it up here. So I got Brock Purdy at QB, Jonathan Taylor and Chase Brown as my running backs, Justin Jefferson, Ladd McConkey, receiver, Harold Fannin at tight end. Flex spots, Etienne and Cortland Sutton. Cam Ward is my QB2. Jake Ferguson, tight end 2. Got Terry McLaurin in the 11th round, which is crazy. Kenneth Gainwell, Jaden Higgins, and took a flyer on Jordan Mason because I honestly think he might just be your RB1 next year because I really don't know if Aaron Jones is going to be back. And who knows what they're going to do in the draft. So just thought maybe that would be a nice start throw. I like this team.
I do too. I like it a lot. I like your bench guys too. A lot of good upside there, like with Terry McLaurin, Kenneth Gainwell, even Higgins, and even Mason. Just weeks that those guys especially could just blow up and go off, and then your starters are all like really good floor.
Yeah,
especially if ETN continues what he did last year.
Yeah, I like my 4 a lot with the potential to be a really high ceiling. With Jefferson having a bounce back here.
Yeah, it does kind of hinge on that, and Ladd look he kind of bouncing back too.
Yeah, I'm pretty confident in it with just their new coordinator for the Chargers, and then I have a hard time seeing Jefferson having back to back down years like that. I think they're gonna go out and get a better QB play, whether that's Jefferson or JJ progressing, or if it's somebody else. But I think Jefferson's gonna have a way better year. I'm pretty confident. I like it a lot.
All right, Reed. This team looks pretty ass. Why don't you tell us about it?
Oh, it's crazy because I thought the same thing when I saw your team, bro. It's wild. Great minds think alike. So I got Justin Herbert, Omarion Hampton, Breece Hall, JSN, Pittman, Gadsden, Jalen Warren, Zay Flowers, Jared Goff. Feels like a pretty good starting lineup. The only question mark is if Gadsden takes a leap. We'll see. My tight end room I wasn't super happy with outside of Gadsden, but my bench is Tootin, Torrey Horton, Dalton Schultz, Jacoby Myers, and Ramondre Stevenson. I feel like I probably have maybe the best running back depth in the league as far as, I don't know. We'll see. We'll see how that plays out.
Hampton, Hall, Warren. I would have to look. I mean, that doesn't seem crazy deep. I guess if Tootin ends up being the starter, yeah. Then I would agree. Then I would agree that is, yeah.
And we'll see look at the other teams to really decide, but it's good.
And it's just so hard to say with a lot of this too right now. Right. We really are like we're talking about our dart throws in the late round. This whole draft is a fucking dart throw.
Yeah.
Some of the rookies don't have their teams. Half these guys,
different team.
Half these guys are on expired
Phil-
contracts and going to different rosters. So
Phil
Even
Wills
traded.
looks pretty
yeah.
good.
So I guess part of this draft and the experiment, this will be seeing like maybe like looking back how the recency bias affected like a February draft.
Yeah, a lot will change.
And maybe seeing how that recency bias falls off throughout the off season. Because I
Year
bet by
62.
our next March draft, I bet you ADP completely switches. I bet
Yeah.
it's a whole lot different. And the rookie's probably still going to be steamed way up too.
I'll say there's 2 teams I see that look like they could running back room looks as good as mine.
All right, which 2 teams are those? Let's talk about them.
Gare 62 and Phil Will.
James Cook, Bijan, and then
It's top heavy.
Yeah.
It's
Devontae
3.
Oh, that
three-
is.
I actually really like Phil Wills, Jameer Gibbs, Bucky Irving, R.J. Harvey, and then Tajay Spears in the last round. I think he's got 3 starters, and R.J. Harvey is probably going to split some time, but he's got a lot of touchdown upside. So
62 is running back room.
yeah, and Gare is Bijan Robinson, James Cook, Genty, Javonte. That's really nice because it sounds like Javonte is going back to Dallas, and if he continues that, and Genty, if they even just assign a body to the offensive line, that's got to make it better than it was last year for him.
You'd hope.
So yeah,
QB play.
yeah, and then
And
of course James Cook and
solid
Bijan
year.
speak for themselves. Yeah, those
Yeah.
are nice running back rooms.
Yeah, Genty behind a battle line was still just shy of 1,000. I think he had like 10 total TDs.
That's
He had
crazy.
300 receiving yards. He had 1,200 all purpose. I mean, he was very solid for a rookie.
Crazy to think about because you didn't really even see him pop. Like,
There,
with games.
a couple of those big plays got called back. If you watched, he had like 2 or 3 big 60-yard plus touchdowns. That got
Yeah,
called back.
and just looking at game logs, it was like, damn, like you're expecting more with like a prospect, like, but how can
Bottom
you,
offense,
how
yeah,
can you
bottom
really
line.
know with that terrible offensive line, terrible, just everything.
Yeah, he was just shy of 1,000 and had like 3.6 yards per carry. is
Well,
what
what's
it was.
good for him too is Clint Kubiak's going to be the coach there, and he's going to be running a lot
Oh,
of those running
I-
schemes that Seattle ran. So he should have a really nice year. I'm thinking at least 1,200 yards.
Listening, I don't know if you guys listened to Clint Kubiak is part of his opening speech. We're talking about how he's going to implement the run and like bring the team together. I was
Yeah.
just fucking
Lot
fire
of-
me up.
A lot of zone runs, man. It's going to be
It's gonna be great.
I think he's going to get 1,200 running yards. I can see it.
What if Kenneth Walker goes to the Raiders?
Well, hell, I mean, it'd be okay with Genty too because they could split the carries. I mean, it'd be like a Gibbs Montgomery situation.
Kenneth could be more of a
I
receiving
don't
back,
see
third down.
it, because Kenneth Walker's he's going to want money. Why are the Raiders going to go spend a bunch of money on a running back?
I don't. Yeah, they already have GT. I don't know if they would spend it on. running back.
Yeah.
Well, if he got like a 1-year, $10 million deal or something, I don't know. We'll see. I didn't think it happened.
I mean,
I think they might go with their maybe like a receiver. You know.
Yeah.
More so than like a running back.
yeah, receiver, offensive line,
Should help their quarterback. You know?
defense.
'Cause
They're
we
gonna
definitely drafted
have,
Mendoza.
Max Crosby's gone, so
Yeah.
they're
There's-
basically gonna have to rebuild their defense.
This is basically the start of Tom's
Rebuild,
vision
like
now.
that, yeah.
You know, Mendoza's a QB, GT. You know, I don't know. I like the direction. I like the coach they hired. You know, I kind of hope they figure it out. I think the Raiders actually being good is good for football. Personally, I mean, I grew up and they were good. They've honestly been good for most of their existence up until like honestly our era of growing up and watching football. Started in the mid 2000s.
They should.
Ass.
They should go home to their hole in Oakland.
Well, I think they're originally from LA, dude.
I liked them in Oakland.
I don't really care, but
All right, well, with that is our first draft of the 2026 season. We're going to take a quick podcast break, and we'll be right back with a pick a card I am very excited for. All right, and now pick a card, a segment where I pull a random card from my collection of over 5,000 cards from the 90s, ranging from NFL, NBA, MLB. I think there's even some NHL cards in there too. I do a little research on the player. We learn a little bit more about him. A way not only for me to put this collection to use, but for us to pay homage to some of these, forgotten vets that were really good in their own time, in their own respect, but they don't get hyped up like some of the legends of the game do. That they just kind of get lost in the ether or whatever. So a way to pay some homage and some respect to them.
Last episode's pick a card player was Eric Howard, D lineman for the Giants' 1990 championship team. If you listened to last episode, you will know that he made a season-saving play in the NFC Championship game where he forced a fumble in the final couple minutes of the game. Lawrence Taylor recovered the fumble and to get the Giants offense into position to set up the game-winning field goal on their way to a Super Bowl win. This week's player is Vincent Brown, former linebacker for the Patriots. I did not select this card like it probably seems like I did. This card is from the 1992 season where Vincent had 103 tackles, which is pretty good for back then. 78 of those were solo. He had pick 6 and 2 fumble recoveries, one of which was he took back for a touchdown as well, and half a sack on the season. This was his second season in a row with 100-plus tackles, and that was under Bill Parcells, so he was definitely cooking something up there. Yeah. Belichick was still with the Giants at that point. Yep. Yeah, crazy enough. This is the same timeline as Eric Howard that we talked about last time. So this is where it gets interesting, though. I'm going to read what I sent you guys, but I've dug a little deeper even since that today. And low-key, I think I might have made him delete his Twitter, or at least make his Twitter private. We'll get to that. Wow. We'll get to that. I don't think I did anything out of pocket. I think we'll get to it. I think he just might be a kind of a private guy. So, like I said, this is what we're going to get to. What I'm going to read to you, I sent to you guys, I dug deep a little bit. His card that I have here, it says on it that he finished with, on his career, 420, nice, career tackles. But ESPN says 389 for his career. Huh. And then I looked today, and I typed most of this up, what I sent you guys last week when we were going to do this draft initially. So most of this info I looked up last week, but a lot of it I dove back into today. And I looked on PFF, and they say he's got like 747 career tackles. So a lot of discrepancy going on. From three, and this card isn't just some out the jack in the box. This is tops. I mean, that's a legit, that's 3 legitimate
so who
stat
really
sources.
Keeps track of it? What's NFL.com say?
I did not look at NFL.com. That's a good thought, because information was hard to find on this guy. So there's a lot of different numbers there. So I initially ignore the PFF because I didn't know about that. I chalked up the first two just being a stat correction with the tackles, but then I look at the sacks, and the card says 10 career sacks, but ESPN says 16.5. So it's reversed. Like I thought it might just be a stat correction, but now I'm thinking maybe it's like Mandela effect in real time, because why would his tackles go up or go down on ESPN and then his sacks go up, but his tackles be lower or whatever on, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
On the card. It's just the way.
I need to do some more research on this guy.
Yeah, well, I did do a lot of research on this guy.
I'm going to try to deep dive even into more, because this has...
Next time I pull a card, I'll let you guys know as soon as I do. I'll try to do it sooner so that we all have more time to dive in. Because I did not give you guys proper time to dive into this too. So, so that was pretty interesting. And so I dug into him online because I thought that was pretty interesting. And there's not a lot there. So let's start with his Wikipedia, which is pretty barren. The following is copy and pasted from that page directly. I might have shortened a word or two. He played professionally in the NFL, linebacker with the Patriots from 1988 to 1995. He was selected by the Patriots in the second round of the 1988 draft. Brown's career ended abruptly at the age of 30 after 8 years of playing linebacker for the Patriots. He was suddenly and unexpectedly told his career was over. His career was one of the best in Patriots history as an inside linebacker. And that's it. I'm not paraphrasing. Anything I shortened would have been like New England Patriots. I might have deleted that when I was typing it out. But that's the kind of shortening I did. That is literally all it says.
Okay.
Are you looking at his Wikipedia?
No. You got one of your stats from Pro Football Focus as well?
Yeah.
There's another one that says Pro Football Reference as well. Same thing, 737 solo tackles. So I'm thinking Pro Football Focus probably is the most accurate. Because I'm looking at his season stats.
Maybe it was reference I looked at.
Yeah, it might have been referenced, but
Because I said 747.
I'm
I might have had
thinking-
typed it in wrong.
I would probably trust Pro Football Reference more than ESPN.
Yeah, that's kind of what I was thinking. But it's still very interesting.
Here's NFL.com too. So that's got me very curious now. Let's see what NFL.com says.
Yeah,
Because
absolutely. Let's get to the bottom of
okay,
this shit.
we're gonna get to the bottom of it. How many tackles is
I'll check my emails and see if he said anything. I doubt it. Okay, once you get that pulled on, hold on to it because we'll go ahead and keep... Okay, because what else is on his Wikipedia page? There's only 2 other tabs on there. One says coaching career and coaching record. And the coaching career, all it says on there is... Okay, well, first, okay. And the second thing I had on just his playing career and what it said on there, the second thing I had on there is it seemed, the way it was worded, it seemed like to me it was written by him or his family. Because it just kind of, it didn't sound like somebody writing and reporting on him, or like they had AI doing it to him. And it's just, it didn't say anything about his childhood, nothing about a special play or a special season. It's like, that's it. There's nothing else there. What?
What did ESPN say?
Like 300 something?
NFL.com says 410. What the fuck?
And this card says 420. I asked this dude what his final stats were, because that's 4 different reputable sources. Because ESPN's not untrustworthy.
Total tackles, not
on his
solo,
career.
585.
That's even more different. That's even more different than the other one.
Bro, surely someone has the right fucking.
So between
stat
Tops, ESPN.com, NFL.com, and Pro Football Reference, we all very reputable statistical sources. We've got 4 different numbers now on his total tackles.
Well, we're about to have another one because I'm on Stat News and they're pretty.
Okay, well let me keep going because I've got quite a bit here on this guy.
I'm sure you do. Go ahead.
Okay, so yeah, and it didn't say anything. It was just so abrupt and like that. And the 2 other tabs on the page, it just says coaching career, and all it says on his coaching career is January 2023. Brown was hired to be the head coach of North Carolina A&T. On December 4th, 2024, Brown was fired after 2 seasons with a 2-21 record. End quote. That's it. So first off, yikes, 1 win per season. That's not good. But it's just, and again with the wording, like somebody who is typing this, like a sports historian is going to be like, Brown was hired. He was fired shortly after in the something season after winning only 2 seasons or finishing with just a 2-21 record and whatever. It is so short and matter-of-factly and just, like, avoids anything that could, I don't know. Just the way it's typed, I feel like his Wikipedia is typed by his family.
Yeah,
and
I
things
wouldn't
like that
doubt
can be
that.
done.
I wouldn't doubt that.
So I'm thinking that's what's going on there with that wording. Because it's very weird. And there's just so much going on here. And, so... Okay, let me get back. So what stat did you find there?
Okay,
Because
so
let me reset.
It's so shit because the football database is not even showing all of his stats but his tackle stats. I feel like something's like weird with it.
And he was okay. And so when I did find his Twitter, I wish I'd have saved his handle or screenshotted it, because there were retweets about something about. I don't remember what it was, but I remember it was like, okay, he might not be a fan of Robert Kraft, which I will get into. I definitely think he's probably not, because I got some answers today on some of this mystery. Some answers, some, not a lot, but some. So I found him. Let me pull this bio up. I found him on the William and Mary's coaching staff website. It was from his time leading up to NCAT, North Carolina AT. He actually, despite his North Carolina AT record, was pretty successful here at William and Mary with his coaching tenure here. Oh, that was the wrong link. There we go. Okay, and this bio on him had a lot more. It had more about his life, and he actually has a pretty long coaching career here. So Brown's defensive unit established itself among the best in the Colonial Athletic. This is from the William and Mary's school website.
in the best Colonial Athletic last season, and this would have been pre him getting hired to North Carolina AT in 23. So this is like leading like the few years through it was basically like 2019 to then. Brown's defensive unit established itself among the best in the Colonial Athletic Association last season, as it ranked among the nation's top 20 in defensive touchdowns, 11th, rushing defense, 12th, and interceptions, 18th. Additionally, William & Mary's 29 sacks were just too shy of ranking among the program's top 10 list, while it ranked 3rd in CAA forced turnovers and pass efficiency defense. In addition to the team's success, the Tribe standouts earned all-conference honors last season. Defensive end Nate Lynn highlighted the end of the talent group as he earned blah, blah, blah. We don't care about him. Again, saying just through the pandemic and stuff, he was coaching there. Had a really good defense, because I don't want to read through all this. It is pretty long. This is all just William and Mary. We don't need the entire. Okay, so here's where it kind of starts to get to his actual bio. Franz Tulich. When he was a defensive tackle, he earned All-American honors from Hero Sports and signed. Okay. This is typed up very weird. Okay. Brown, a former All-Pro linebacker for the New England Patriots, took the Tribe's defense in 2019 after stints of defensive coordinator at Howard University and UConn. Prior to leading W&M's defense, Brown served as London's assistant head coach and defensive coordinator at Howard University the prior 2 seasons. Introducing to that. And prior to that, he was at the University of Virginia for 4 seasons, doing special teams and defensive line coaching. Coached a bunch of dudes to looks like a bunch of good stuff. And then before that, he was actually coaching. He was a inside linebackers coach for the Cowboys in 2006. Okay. Yeah, that's where he began his coaching career. Actually, he'd been assistant coaching at a high school before that, and then went up to the pro. 3-time All-Pro with the Patriots. Right here it says 1991, 92, and 93. Brown was selected in the second round of the 1988 draft. We already know that. He went on to start 103 of 123 games for the Patriots before retiring in 1995. So very nice there. A native of Atlanta, Brown played at Mississippi Valley State, where he earned Kodak All-America honors as a senior in 1987. He was a second-team All-Associated Press as a junior, a 3-time conference pick. He set the school record for career tackles, 570, and led the team in stops in his final 3 seasons. He graduated with a degree in criminal justice.
Oh, a career.
Yeah, so we actually learned a little bit more about them. He had an email listed on the website, which I did email. It's not valid anymore. The absent bags didn't go through, whatever. And like I said, I already found his X account, but his DMs were turned off. So I went to his North Carolina AT page, and there was an email on there. I emailed it, and it seems to have went through. I didn't get anything back saying that it wasn't a valid email. So I'm not really expecting anything back, but it would be cool. Yeah. It seems like he's kind of keeping it private. I asked him about like what his stats are, why his career ended, his proudest moments as a player and as a coach, and just about the players he's coached. Hopefully we get a response at some point, but we'll see. Yeah, it would. But in prep for tonight, like I said, I dove even deeper, and I need to pull up this article now too, from 1996.
Jesus.
Yes.
30 years ago.
A newspaper article from 1996. And so part of why I think also, I mentioned that I think his... Where did it go? Don't tell me that disappeared now too. Oh, no way. Where'd that article go? Everything keeps disappearing when I search them. Someone's hiding something with this guy. Okay, so this 1996 article, I knew I should have linked it. Let me see if I can find it worded better. Deserved better. There we go. Okay, I found it. Okay. So this article from South Coast Today, I don't know, I'm guessing that's a paper somewhere in that's on the South Coast in somewhere around there. From March 28th, 1996, so this would have been the offseason. Let me take a drink here real quick. I just want to say, too, I miss when people talked about sports like this, and when the expectations of athletes and organizations were like they're kind of expressed in this article. Okay, so does loyalty exist in professional sports? No, if it did, Vincent Brown would still be employed by the New England Patriots. Vincent Brown, 31, is a rare commodity in sports today. He is a class guy, an exceptional football player, and a model citizen. He doesn't possess many of the trappings that have become common for the average professional athlete. He doesn't own a pager, and he drives a 1993 Honda Accord. In today's sports world, it is easy to see why some people might inadvertently pick up the sports page and confuse it with district court action. Look no further than the recent arrest of Steelers running back Bam Morris and the grand jury inquiry involving Cowboys wide receiver Michael Irving. It's so crazy to go back and see stuff like this in the past. Okay, continuing. Just in case you need to be reminded, it wasn't all that long ago where there were more Patriot autographs on bail slips than there were football trading cards. Remember Irving Fryer, Hart Lee Dykes, Stephen Starring, Mac Huron, Tony Collins, Romy Perriman, Shelby Jordan. Unfortunately, for most professional franchises, being a model citizen isn't a prerequisite and isn't taken into account when it's time to determine your future. In Brown's 8 years in Foxborough, he led the team in tackles 5 times. He always prided himself in consistently being in the peak of condition. He is deeply devoted to God and his family, his sport. Although it was his profession, it was of secondary importance, and for that he should be entitled to a little loyalty from his employer. No, there is no loyalty, Brown said. There is no real loyalty from the team. We used you. We got what we wanted from you. We don't need you anymore. Hit the road, end quote, Brown said. Although the Patriots hierarchy will not confirm it, the beginning of the end of Brown's Patriot career came last August 1st when the team physician Bert Zirins performed an arthroscopic surgery on his left knee. At Parcells' urging, Brown was quick to stick it out for the benefit of the team. Now they are sticking it to him. The Patriots have not publicly stated the reason why he was released, but he had potential problems with his surgically repaired knees and was scheduled to make $2.25 million this upcoming season. The irony in all this is that Brown was always behind scale when it came to compensation. For years, he was considered by his peers to be underpaid because he was always the best defender on the worst defensive teams in the NFL. He never got chosen to appear in the Pro Bowl. Consider for a moment how much better he would have been had he played along the likes of Bruce Smith or Howie Long or Green Bay's Reggie White. Certainly not to be confused with the Patriots' Reggie White. He never complained and was always a company man, and now has been shown the door. No party, no gold watch, just kick you to the curb, see you bye. Don't let the door hit you where you know where. We're a team full of stars, Brown said. Or no, we weren't a team full of stars, Brown said. There were a lot of playmakers on defense, or there weren't a lot of playmakers on defense, excuse me. I looked at our team going into the offseason and thought there were a lot of areas that needed to be addressed. I didn't think I was one of the areas that needed to be addressed. It kind of caught me by surprise. To listen to Brown, there is still a lot of football left in him, and he is confident his knees can carry through at least 2 more seasons in the NFL. Yes, I do have cartilage. There are some very small areas where the cartilage is missing, he said. The surgery they did helps to promote a new growth of cartilage. It's not the same as it was originally, but it does prevent the bone from grinding against the bone. It's not uncommon. A lot of hockey players and football players and gymnasts have the same problem. Vincent Brown certainly deserves better. Personally, I never want to hear the Patriots owner Bob Kraft utter the word family to describe this team. I never again want to hear Kraft say, this team is an asset of the community. To me, those words and statements are just jingoistic. I've never heard that word. Sounding of machinations of a self-serving professional sports franchise owner. Fortunately for Vincent Brown, he doesn't have to put up with the Patriots anymore. He has more than repaid his debt to the local sports scene. For that, and on behalf of many Patriots fans out there, Vincent Brown, we thank you. So it sounds like the Patriots basically rushed him back from a knee surgery to get a season out of him, and then
And that
cut him
year,
to avoid
too,
paying him to avoid
that's
paying him.
shitty as fuck.
Yeah. And
Kraft.
honestly, I'm gonna kind of have his back on that, like Bob Kraft, like all off-field stuff, even just Patriots related, football related things, kind of shady. Always quick to throw people under the bus, and anything to make himself look good. He wants to be the reason the team is good because he thinks the owner is what is going to make a team good. I don't. Bob Kraft is just terrible to root for, and makes me not want to be a Patriots fan very badly. But I don't know. We're hanging on by a thread right now. Shout out Drake May. If it weren't for Drake May, and Mike Vrabel, we might just be. We might be donning the purple and gold. I'm just kidding. No.
Don't be scared, homie.
No. I can't do all that. So I think it's safe to say in all this that somebody in his family or in the Patriots organization, trying to keep the story from ever resurfacing, certainly seems to be hiding something. And like I said, I cannot find his Twitter. Every time I searched him, it wouldn't pop up. And when I would search before, I'd even add his X account or his Twitter account. Let me go back and try one more time and see if I can pull it up on him. But it was popping up before I sent him the email, and since I haven't sent the email, and I told him I found him on X too, but I couldn't send him a message, so I emailed him. I haven't seen it on there, so let me do one last look. He might have privatized the account, been like, oh, these fucking weird ass dudes want me to answer questions for the podcast. Talk to the agent. I don't know, but I think he's retired. He might just want me to fuck off.
Very well, that's different era for sure.
Yeah, he definitely. But so yeah, in summary, still don't know the official numbers, but we do know now that he was a damn good football player. We know that for sure in college and in the pros, and looks like probably highly underrated as a pro too. His playing career got cut a little short due to some injury, but spent most of his time after that. He took about a 10-year break, just kind of chilling. And then got into coaching about 2006 and coached until 2024 from high school to college to pros. And I think I did see he was retired, like I said. So I can't verify that, but I asked him in my email. I asked him if he'd ever go to another spot, if he got offered one, so we'll see. So while he may not be, the most well-known great, I'd say he had a pretty dang good football career.
So it wasn't very long.
Yeah, I mean, to stay in football that long and make it that, that's great. So congrats on a great career, Vince, and go Patriots, I suppose. And that was pick a card for this week, and that was keep it about ball for the night. Thank you for joining us, and thank you to those that drafted and help us get that first set of data there for this little experiment. Please like, subscribe, all that good shit. Peep the affiliates in the show notes. We do have bare knuckles. I can vouch for those. I've been wearing those at work for a couple weeks now. They're still in great condition, just like they came in. Only thing that's on them is just the stain from the wood, and that happens to every pair of gloves. There's no avoiding that. So they're holding up great. 15% off. And they're great priced. Just like any other leather glove, and they look cool too. Very nice design. Also, Old Glory. I did wear one of these shirts to show you guys. This shirt goes hard, doesn't it?
That's pretty fucking sweet.
Yeah, that is pretty fucking sweet. It's got the Red Sox logo like faded into like a Boston like background, into the city background. Very sweet. I was kind of nervous about promoting them. That's why I waited till I got the shirts in. So I was like, I'm going to order this, and it's going to be not what I ordered, but it is. And they've got some cool merch. It's not going to have, your officially licensed championship merch from the 2025 season. It's not going to have that, but there's cool stuff on there. There's license plate holders, little stuff like stuff to hang up on the walls, like wood carvings. There's just all sorts of cool merch on there. And if music, get something for your girlfriend, whatever she listens to, they probably got something on there. And all sorts of different like kind of merchandise and stuff on there. 15% off there. Make sure you use ZBR12. Don't be like me when I ordered these shirts. I forgot to use the code and did not get 15% off and did not get myself a commission on ordering it. I did with the gloves though, so at least there's that. But anyways, we are done. You guys take care, and remember, nothing changes if nothing changes. See ya.
Thank you guys. Peace.
Shitbag lizard people.
Bro's QB2 is Aiden O'Connell.
fuck Sean Payton?
Actually, when you add up the pick value, yeah, when you crunch the numbers, who the fuck's Jonathan